You're listening to The John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show, bonus hour with Dan Ferris. Welcome, Mr. Ferris. How are you?
Hey, right in the middle of the week here. What, Wednesday?
Yeah, it is Wednesday.
It's like I haven't seen you guys for a while. You
I know.
took off. You went West River
Yeah,
for...
we were in the Black Hills.
You were traipsing.
We were.
And
then we get back, and Dan forgot we were going to be back, so he wasn't here yesterday. So it all worked out.
Crazy. Somebody missed a meeting.
Wait a minute. You guys are back? I thought I'd never see you again.
Fantastic. Well, happy National Best Friends Day.
Oh.
Best friend. You ever sit there and like ponder that? It's like, what makes a best friend as opposed to, you're an acquaintance, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you have a best friend, you know they're your best friend.
Or have you ever been in a situation where somebody thinks they're your best friend, but,
Oh, yeah.
but
And
they're
you don't really like them.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Am I right?
I had somebody tell me one time, and this is like back high school days. It's a long time ago.
Sure.
But they said, oh, yeah, so-and-so, and he said he's your best friend. I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah. And I was like, I thought they were kidding around. And then I realized, oh, they're not kidding. I'm like, this is a casual acquaintance. But he said he was my best friend. And I was like, okay. And I didn't, like, call him on it or anything, because I thought, I don't know what he's up to. But we hardly ever hung out. And he told somebody he was my best friend.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's fine. I was like, I don't have any other friends, so I guess
I've
he's
spent my
only
entire
friend.
life name dropping people I don't even know.
Yeah, me and Russell Crowe the other day. So-
Like me and my BFF Keanu Reeves, for instance.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You haven't mentioned Keno in a while.
We have a storied friendship, John. I think it's borderline legendary. I don't need to go any further than that.
That works.
So, yeah, if you've got a best friend, give him a jingle. Say, hey, what's up, man? What's the haps? Maybe
That's
I'll
right.
spring for lunch. I might not.
I'm going to just call a random stranger and tell them they're my best friend.
You don't know what's going on. Who's having birthdays today? And you tell me out of this whole equation, because we've been watching this bouncing ball for over a decade now. Okay, you got the Kardashians, right?
Right.
Yeah. I don't get
Kardashian,
that.
who was married to Kanye West.
Yeah, yeah.
Kanye's 45 today.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Happy birthday.
You tell me which one's the lunatic,
They're
Yeah.
both lunatics.
Yeah,
right? I mean,
it's
you
kind of a
can.
gray area.
They deserved each other from the sounds of it.
Yeah.
See, and I kind of like Kanye. I kind
Yeah.
of
I
just
kinda
kind of
do
like the
too.
guy. There's just something about him where I go, you know what? I can kind
His-
of back his play here.
Yeah.
There's a documentary that I've not yet watched, but his life seems to be quite interesting. And I'm going to watch the documentary. It's on Netflix or something. I just haven't watched it yet.
Okay, well, we'll see how that pans out. But happy
Yeah.
birthday to Kanye, who may or may not be one of my best friends.
Hey, there you go. Could be.
Joan Rivers was always a huge fan.
Uh-huh.
Joan Rivers, cutting edge,
Yeah.
stand-up comic when there wasn't really the whole female comedy thing going on. I mean, she was a big deal.
Yeah.
And she was in the Muppet movie.
Yeah.
Not just the Muppet movie, but how she did not get an Academy Award for her part in Spaceballs is beyond me.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
It was
That's right.
epic.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know where you love her? She's from Wales. You probably didn't know that. Gaynor Hopkins
Oh,
is 71 today.
I thought you were going to say,
Who's Gaynor Hopkins?
Well, I think you may know her better as Bonnie Tyler.
Okay.
Holding out for a hero. Total eclipse of the heart.
I thought you were trying to say Joan Rivers was from Wales.
No, Bonnie Tyler's
I had no
real
idea
name is
that
Gaynor
Bonnie
Hopkins.
Tyler was
Nice.
from Wales.
And
That's
she's
cool.
from Wales, like Tom Jones.
Yeah.
That's
He's
interesting.
from Wales?
Yeah, those are the only two people from Wales.
We
Bonnie Tyler and Tom Jones.
on our honeymoon, we met a man from Wales.
They're Welsh, you know.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, we were talking to me, he had a British accent.
That's
You
great,
from,
John. We're kind of out of time.
You from England? I'm from Wales.
Wales.
Oh, okay.
See, because Wales doesn't really exist.
I just thought that was a made-up place. I'm
Seriously,
like,
pop up a map,
yeah.
and maybe you'll see it by the island of
Island of
Alaska,
Alaska.
maybe, which is right off the coast of Hawaii.
Yeah, no, neither of those are accurate.
Whatever. Let's go back in time, shall we? Because this
shall.
is very important stuff. It was 1984,
All right.
and this was huge. Couple of fellas, couple of buddies, Billy Murray, Harold Ramis, Ernie Hudson, Dan Aykroyd, lock and loaded up on the big screen, Ghostbusters.
Nice.
Premieres across the United States of America.
Man, that was huge.
It was. Still
was.
is.
That was huge.
Still got legs. They're still making bank off
Yeah.
of
They got another
cow.
sequel in the works.
it. It was 1869, believe it or not. Think about what technology may have been this day in 1869. Young man by the name of Ives W. McAfee of Chicago patents the very first vacuum cleaner.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
Calls it the sweeping machine.
Oh, yeah.
Dogs and cats are immediately not down with it. And a little slice of history here. I love this so much because I've been a fan my entire life. It was this day in 793.
Oh, wow.
Hordes of Vikings in dozens of longships from modern-day Norway plunder St. Cuthbert's monastery off the coast of England, capturing and killing hundreds, including a bunch of monks,
Wow.
Nice.
and yet went on to lose the Super Bowl.
That's a bit extreme.
It is.
It seemed, but
Yeah, it's
things
very-
were different back then.
I guess
Very
it was
colorful.
a different time.
Things were different back then. I know, you know, we all know. We'd all just bust a move here.
Gonna do that. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Time now for Back to the Basics in Healthcare with Balanced Life Chiropractic. We have Dr. Harley joining us. How you doing, Dr. Harley?
Hey, John. I'm doing fantastic. It's another beautiful Wednesday here in June. Not quite summer yet, but certainly feeling like it.
Yeah, and June is Men's Health Month. Is that right?
Yep, it is. So it's a great month for you guys listening to start thinking about your health and making it a priority.
I remember seeing a thing online. It said something about Men's Health Awareness Month. It said because men are stubborn, and then somebody spray painted, "No, we're not."
Yeah, I see those all the time. Or like the memes on Facebook of like, this is why women live longer.
Oh, yeah. And sometimes men make bad decisions. And when it comes to health, I think a lot of the time it's like, oh, it'll get better. We can walk it off. But that's not always the case, right?
Yeah, you hear that a lot, especially growing up. It's like, oh, rub some dirt on it, toughen up, you'll be fine. But the problems that you have today, if you think about it, like, what's it going to look like in 10 years, in 20 years? Do you think these problems are just going to suddenly go away on their own?
Yeah, probably not.
Sometimes they do, or like you get a false sense of security because the pain goes away, but then it comes back a few months later, even worse, because the cause of it, isn't necessarily going away. If you're still doing the same things every day, you just, your pain tolerance kicks in and it goes away for a little bit, but it just keeps coming back and it's going to continue to get worse as you get older. And a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to pay for things now. Like, I can't afford that. Well, if you think about it, in 20 years from now, it's going to be way more expensive to fix your health problems because then you're stuck with surgery a lot of times. And that's really expensive. Yeah. It's a lot easier to be preventative in our health problems versus the reactive waiting for problems to get worse. And that's really common, especially for men, to just put off their health problems and just, toughen it out, where it's usually a lot easier to take care of it early or actually prevent it from coming on. Now, a lot of people are like, well, I don't need a chiropractor. I feel pretty good. Yeah. That's awesome. We want to keep you feeling that way. Like, chiropractic was actually designed for wellness and maintenance of your health. Yeah, we take care of a lot of people with their problems, but then after those problems go away, we shift into maintenance and actually start preventing problems from showing up.
And sometimes we think about, oh, I got a sore back. It must be the back. Well, we've talked on this program. I remember my favorite example was you're talking about the check engine light. Mm-hmm. If you just turn off the check engine light, that doesn't fix whatever the problem was. So sometimes the thing that we're experiencing is just a symptom of something else. And that's the thing I like about chiropractic is you go to the root of the problem.
Right. And it's that when, putting that tape over the check engine light, like it's still there when you pull it off. You go to the mechanic to actually get the problem fixed. So that's, how your body is too, is like all the symptoms, pain is your body's way of saying, hey, something's not right, take care of it. And if we just mask the symptoms with, say, medication or something, the problem's still there versus, actually addressing why that issue is coming on, finding the root cause of it. We're going to get rid of it. Body's going to be healthier. You're going to heal faster, just overall better health and better quality of life.
So if somebody listening, whether they're a man or a woman, because even though it's men's health awareness, women are welcome as well. If they'd like to reach out to Balanced Life Chiropractic, how do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, they can shoot us a message on our Facebook page, Balanced Life Chiropractic, or they can give us a call at 605-215-1785. We'd love to chat and let them know how we can help.
Very nice. And again, their website is balancedlifesd.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year, we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Graham, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, House, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on this Wednesday?
Let me punch this up. I come across this stuff every now and again, and pretty much my entire adult life, because it used to be a thing around the holidays, back in old-timey radio days.
Yeah.
There was always the big, recall list.
Oh, yeah.
Usually
yeah.
with, popular toys.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Hey, Mom and Dad, you can't get this toy now because it's been recalled.
Yep.
Blah, 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 blah. And it's almost always what? Choking hazard. Am I
Yeah,
right?
a lot of those.
Okay,
yeah.
well, this story just broke the news. It has to do with the Midwest, and it has to do with refrigerators of all
Holy
things. Recall is involving 13 models of Frigidaire refrigerators, one Electrolux model refrigerator. The refrigerators all feature the same component of an ice maker that come in the stainless steel varieties of black and or white or stainless steel. Here's the thing. Apparently there's a part with the little ice making contraption
Yeah.
that can kind of come apart and
Okay.
fall into the ice bin, which means could be a choking hazard. It's almost like 400,000 of these units. Iowa, Minnesota, South Dakota, whatever, being recalled because of that. But then when you boil it down, it's like, hey, you know what? Mom and Dad, here's the dirty little secret. Everything's a choking hazard.
Yeah, it can be.
Well, yeah.
Everything. It's like, well, so what? You're supposed to return this now or what?
They probably just have a replacement part that they swap it out with.
Like a recall on a vehicle,
Yeah.
maybe.
I doubt they
know.
give you a whole new refrigerator.
But I look at this stuff since when I was growing up. It's like every now and again. I mean, I'm not just it's like my dad, 3 or 4 bourbons deep, he'd become a choking hazard. He never got recalled, not once.
Not even.
Not once. We could complain all we like. Mom is doing it again.
Choking me.
But I mean, you whip your little carpet crawler a bag of Skittles. You know what?
Choking hazard.
Well, that's true.
Well,
Heidi saved our son's life. He was choking on a Werther's original.
Yep.
that's what I mean.
Choking hazard.
Choking
But
hazard.
nowhere on that bag of Werther's did it tell you it was a
No.
choking hazard.
No.
We could have probably sued them and had
That's
like
what
the
I'm
Werther's
saying.
fortune.
That's what I'm saying. Because here's the thing. At this point in my life, and I had this conversation recently, my kids are now, well, they're 32 and 34 years old.
Yeah.
And they're living pretty good lives. And to me, it's like I look back on it going, I kept them alive. Yay, me.
Yes, you did.
You win.
Father's Day is right around the corner.
Yeah, you win.
And I don't want some cheese ball mug either,
How about some Werther's originals?
because I'll win. So yeah, the choking hazard thing, that's all there is. I think that stuff's just fascinating.
I can see why. I find it very interesting.
Yes.
Heidi, did you find that interesting?
I found that very interesting.
You win again, Dan.
Thought
See?
I'd share that. Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I love it when you validate me. I get all warm and fuzzy.
Nice.
Bring it in. Group hug.
All right. It's the John, don't touch me there. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris. Dan, thanks for coming in, man.
Thanks for having me.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Wednesday, June 8th, 2022. Equity steadied Tuesday, but don't read too much into the news. The S&P 500 gained about 1% at the high of the day, but is still trading below an important resistance target. The move is just another in a series of lackluster movements that suggest a wait-and-see attitude in the market. This attitude is due to an expected economic release and the FOMC, either of which could send the market reeling. The economic release is the CPI data due out Friday, which is the last inflation report before the FOMC meeting next week. The data is expected to be hot and will most likely intensify the expectation for FOMC action. In other news, Target warned the market about record high inventory levels and the need for aggressive action of its own. The news should come as a warning for the entire S&P 500 because they've all been working hard to alleviate supply chain disruptions this year, and that could result in oversupply at all levels. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.